Y'all, let's talk about the divisive content that I keep seeing here on whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. That divisive content talking about it's blaming women, it's blaming men, it's everybody else's fault instead of our own internal fault. And I see this mostly in the American community, right? And also the Black community. I see this a lot. I don't see in my Chinese community, they talk about, no, it's that dialect over there, it's that village, it's that tribe, it's that group of people that don't know how to act. All women are this, all men are trash. I don't see that in my Asian community. But I damn sure see it in the Black community. And it's like, okay, what do we get out of it? Honestly, what do we get out of it? Because instead of us coming together, we're going further and further and further apart. All Black women are not gold diggers. Let's start with dispelling some of these myths, if y'all don't mind, please. I see that all women are gold diggers, and that's not true. Women are ingrained to look for the masculine energy, the masculinity in a man. Women want to ensure that that man can protect and provide. She's looking at him with his ability to be financially sound and stable. Now, I do know, yes, some women take it too far and think, okay, well, I need to get a multi-millionaire. Well, she really wants to feel super duper safe and sound, right? And I'm not going to hate on her for that. But the majority of women, the average woman out here who's sitting here asking you to pay for her 2-piece biscuit and a side of fries, okay, she's not a gold digger. She wants to ensure that, look, you are actually pursuing her, and that is the masculine role. You're pursuing her, and that you can financially afford to feed her a $6.99 meal. That's not gold digging. Okay, I feel like a lot of men don't even know what gold digging is. And that damn sure ain't gold digging. I mean, damn. If it is, she needs to level up and say, you know what, damn, I'm worth more than a goddamn cherry Coke and some fries. Okay, that's not gold digging. Now, another myth, let's dispel, that all men are trash. All men are not trash. There's a lot of good men out here. Okay, all Black men this, all Black men that. And that's some bullshit. Sugar, honey, iced tea. Because it's not true. It's a lot of great Black men out here who want to love you, who want to respect you, who want to treat you like a queen. But if you keep consuming and looking at the negative images that they keep showing on social media or in these trash ass TV shows that show Black men ain't shit, then what you think you're going to believe? Okay, I'm going to sit here and tell you, as a woman who has raised 3 grown Black men, 2 Black nephews, and a grandmother to 2 Black grandsons, and still at the age of almost 50, literally turning 50 in a little bit here, I'm still daddy's little girl. You think I sit here and believe the rhetoric that all Black men are trash? Because if I believe that, then I will believe all the Black men I just named are trash, and they're not. Okay, maybe it's the fact that you haven't been taught, or you don't know what good love, healthy love feels like. And so you keep attracting the people who aren't good for you. And then you're consuming the content that's making you firmly believe that Black men are trash. And I'm sitting here telling you it's not true. Let's also dispel the myth that Black women don't know how to be feminine. Bullshit. I just hate when people say, okay, well, she doesn't know how to be feminine. She always hard. She raising all these children by herself. Let me ask y'all this. Who the hell got her pregnant? Who made her a single mom? Who left a household, okay, and left these Black women to fend for themselves? Yes, we can go back to slavery. Yes, we can go back to the 1960s and the 70s when welfare made the Black men or men leave the homes. Yes, we know that it's systemic, that they have always, okay, divide and conquer. That has been something that they have always tried to do in our community, right? Divide and conquer. They know that we are better together than we are apart, but they have successfully divided us, right? And because of that, now we are literally going at each other, and they won. These colonizers have won. Because they divided us by light skin, dark skin. Okay, this tribe versus that tribe. It's what they've done all around the world. But here's the thing. They did it in Asia too. And all the countries in Asia were able to see through that bullshit and still come together and reunite and say, I mean, look up history. That divide and conquer has been something that Europeans was able to do for centuries. But there are some nations that were able to overcome that. Why can't we? I think it's so ingrained in us that we really believe that one group of people is better than the other. We really believe that we're better apart than we are together. Getting back to the masculine, and more black women are masculine than other races. Well, that goes back to history. More black women have had to do it by themselves than any other race. Why? Because black women, black people, are the least married group in this entire country, in the country of the U.S. Black women and black men have the highest divorce rate of any other race in this entire country. Okay, black women are the most single group of people. 70% of black women are single. So when you look at all of that and you start to understand, well, the reason why she's so masculine is because she's had to do things all by herself. She's been grinding by herself without a partner, right? Without somebody to help her. And it's just like, can we just stop for a second and recognize and honor that, hey, this is systemic. Maybe if we could just come together and stop this divisive rhetoric, right? To say, okay, you know what? I understand that you've been through so much. Baby girl, I don't want you to continue to go through this. I'm here. And woman, my feminine queen that I know that you can be underneath, then I want you to sit here and tell yourself that, you know what, I can and absolutely learn how to be more feminine. And I want to. And that man, I want to be more masculine, right? Because I understand a lot of people grew up in homes when there was only one parent. So if you didn't have the father in the home, you probably don't know what strong masculinity looks like, because you grew up with a feminine or a masculine mother. But that masculine mother will never be able to teach a young man how to be a man. That masculine mother is probably teaching you from her fears, from her life circumstances. And she's doing the best that she can do. Okay, so can we get grace to each other and say, you know what, I know that you grew up differently than these other races. Maybe you didn't grow up in a two-parent household. I'm blessed. I grew up in a two-parent household. My parents are still married after 52 years, right? Going on 53 years. So I am very, very blessed. But I know a lot of people, especially a lot of people I coach, when they come to these relationships with trauma, they did not grow up in a healthy home. They did not grow up in a home when they saw mom and dad. They didn't. And so therefore, when it's time for them to love somebody, they don't know how, because they never saw a healthy love. So they are loving from what they've seen. And if they never saw a healthy love, what the hell do you think they're loving from? They're loving from their trauma. Y'all, we have got to get out here and really learn how to love and embrace each other and stop this divisive rhetoric, because it's not helping us. I can't name one time where it's actually helped. And if this is the first time to my channel, let me say I am Vee Mindful. I'm a relationship coach and published author, y'all, and I do coach men and women because I want us to bridge the gap and have healthy relationships. I want us to love each other. I want us to be vulnerable and open and have that type of love that you can only get when you start trusting another person. But before you can start trusting another person, y'all, you're going to have to love and trust yourself. And that's why I also talk about sexuality, right? I talk about the polarity, passion, and pleasure, because I want us to connect, not just emotionally, but physically. Yeah, and financially too, damn it. But I want us to connect, y'all, and love on each other. Life is too short to be out here beefing with one another. They've had studies to show that more men are lonelier than ever, right? And they're not happy about it. And then on the flip side, they've got studies that show that women are happy and peaceful. They are just living their best lives, right? But one thing that is true for the both of them, they both desire a healthy love. Both of them. Even that woman who's living in her peace is also the same woman who would trade that for a healthy love. Y'all, anyways, until next time or next week, y'all take care of yourselves.